Brother and sisters, it's your brother G World 7_D. The other day I made a video talking about how a couple of those African, one male, one female, saying negative stuff about Aboriginal America. I want you to understand this. Number one, stop the glamorization and the deitization of Africa. Because we've been conditioned to think of Africa as a so-called great godly place. You have a great history and culture here in America, and it goes way beyond 1619. Please. That's why my problem with this ADOS, because they want to say they're descendants of slaves, that their history started in some damn 1619. It's a lie. That's misinformation. And then you also hear these goofballs like Umar Johnson, who continues to push that misinformation. That's all he's doing. He's supposed to be the number one Pan-African scholar. I'm starting to think he's nothing but a government agent. The number one misinformation is government agent. Because that Pan-African stuff, that old African study stuff started with white people. We're going to have to really take the time out and truly find out who we really are. And stop allowing others to interpret who we are. We're outsiders. We all we have, all right? Now, granted, there are some people who are melanated, black people who will work with us. But I don't depend on most of them because they're showing their true colors with the origin of hip hop, jazz, blues, soul, gospel. You know, you're taking all these other groups outside of the Aboriginal people here, want to take credit to our musical accomplishments. Claiming that blues is African, jazz is African or Caribbean or Latino, R&B is Caribbean or African. I mean, that's nonsense, dude. Soul music is African. That's a damn lie. That was created by our people here. But there's always going to be something to try to take away the credit of the Aboriginal people who live here in Americas, here in what we call North America, so-called United States. Because that is a great disrespect. When you hear some of these Negro Latinos, black Latinos, who say they can be both black and Latino, they show their true hand, man. Because you hear people like Rosie Clemente say Latinos created hip-hop. Or they would help create hip-hop. No, they didn't. But see, they talk that mess that they're both. But actually, they show which side they pick. Is that Latino side. Because they want to be accepted so much into them by those white Latinos. So they do anything and everything to ingratiate themselves with them. They cannot be trusted. Period. And they're showing how they are devious in their ways, man. And they are now lying about history. When you look at the origin of hip-hop, you can tell by the music. It's music, the music branch that it comes from. It's all Aboriginal American music. It's not salsa. So it's not salsa. It's not dancehall or reggae. It's none of that. So when you hear these Negroes saying that, it just tells you that they have a devious mindset. You gotta remember, they come from these countries, man, which is a lot of self-hate. They talk about colorism. Colorism is very heavy in those countries, man. And they bring that mindset here to the Americas. Great, we have our colorism here in America, but they bring that deep level self-hate from their countries here, and also that tribalistic mindset here. And it causes divide and confusion amongst our people. We're not African. All right? We're not African. And when we say that, people get pissed off. Because, like I said, every time we do an accomplishment, we want to give it to, quote, Mother Africa. Africa's not our mother. Period. Let's get this straight. Africa's not our mother. Our motherland's here where we at. We're here in the Americas. This is our land. I'm not a foreigner. All that American Africans, Umar Johnson, he need to take his ass to Africa. Go to Africa, you moron. Please, shut up. Build your school over there. Because when this nigga gonna build a school, man? Initially I was in support, okay, the so-called black dude gonna build a school. Okay, that's nice. But when I start to think about it, what is he gonna be teaching them? And this nigga kept saying he's gonna build a school. He hadn't done nothing yet. You don't need to have a big ass mega school. You just need to start off small and they'll build your way up. But this Negro want to give you this old pie in the sky idea, want to build something real big at first, when you know you can't do that. And then begging you for money. Man, please. But if some of you niggas want to still follow that clown, go right ahead. That guy is a grade A clown. And he's a very good orator, so he can convince some people. But when it comes to his history, that clown don't know a damn thing what he's talking about. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about when it comes to history. So I can't stand that bozo, man. He's a clown. He's a clown, a bozo, and a jackass. So I'm telling you right now, brothers and sisters, man, I see Umar Johnson for what he is and who he is, and that's a damn clown. So you really gotta understand that we need each other. That's all we have is ourselves, and that we just need ourselves and need to stop trying to cater to other people. We just need to love ourselves and love who we are. Love who we are and love ourselves. And love ourselves first. When you start talking about helping other people, you need to help yourself out first. First and foremost. The Aboriginal nation here in America, North America particularly. All right? Stop with this mess with this Pan-Africanism, because this has gotten us nowhere. We're not African. We are Aboriginal to this land. But some of you have been so indoctrinated. You go to these little schools, and you've been told that you're a foreigner. You constantly indoctrinated in your head, you're a foreigner. You're a foreigner, because you're African. You're African. Go back to your African heritage. Your DNA says you're African. That's nonsense. I said before, most of those countries didn't exist, and them tribes didn't exist. We can trace our history further back than these clowns, these other clowns who claim to be cultured, and we don't have no culture, but they want to come over here and steal our culture. No, I ain't cool, bro. That's not cool. That's an enemy who does that. So I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, that you can start vetting out these Negroes, vetting them out. All right, brothers and sisters, peace and love.